We have a new customer this year, guys, and I gave her a leaf removal price for just blowing them out to the curb and sucking them up and hauling them away. And she came back, she said, Sean, that's just too expensive. I can't afford that. So I said, listen, we can do other things. What do you want us to do? And she said, well, what if you just cut them up and leave them in the yard? And I said, well, we can do that. We're not really set up for that right now, but we can do that. It's not going to look perfect because, like I said, we're not set up for that. We still had high lift blades on our mowers at this point, but we went ahead and took care of them. You'll see in a minute. And you know what? I explained to her, and this is what you guys have to do. Just explain to the customer exactly what they're going to get. And, you know, as long as you're very thorough with them, you know, like this job here, whenever I was done, I wasn't extremely happy with it, you know. We blew them out as best we could, but, you know, if she doesn't want to pay to have them sucked up, removed, or bagged and removed, and just wants them cut up and put back into the yard as best as possible, and, you know, knowing we're not really set up for that, you know, there's not really a whole lot we can do. So we did the best job we could for her at the time, and we told her moving forward, we'll just go ahead and mulch them in. It's not a big deal, and we have mulching blades, and we have the quick shoots on there, so it's not going to be a big problem. But there's always an option for every customer, guys. Some are cheaper, some are more expensive, but just because a customer says they can't afford one thing doesn't mean there's not another option there. So just always take care of the customer, even though they say it could be too expensive. Good morning, everyone. How are you doing on this beautiful rainy Monday morning?
Because it's so sunny and beautiful out today.
Absolutely not, guys.
In my mind.
It is supposed to rain here every single day this week. Go figure.
Go figure. I hope, fingers crossed, that it holds off for our event on Saturday because we have so much to get ready for it.
If not, there's a big garage with garage doors, so we'll make it work either way.
Yeah.
Maybe
we'll stay dry.
Maybe we can ride a pony.
Bring your umbrellas.
Can we ride a pony?
I want to ride a pony.
We can churn some butter. We got connections. We can make this happen.
We have other things to get done, too. We have estimates to do. And
first thing we got to do, though, TQ, is get our living room cleared out because we do not have a living room right now, guys. And if you're wondering why I'm leaning down here and really close to you, Savannah said, when I'm up here, I feel like I got to look down because I don't have the tripod all the way extended.
It feels awkward.
But anyways, guys, we're going to get started. And, yeah, let's get all this stuff out of our living room. This is all the giveaways for the event Saturday.
All right, go get it done, please. Go get it done. Let's go. We'll let him do it all. Just kidding. I'm going to help him.
We got the other boxes in the garage, too.
Yeah. Wow. See, I'm impressed.
How much can you pack into a Ford Escape?
Now, will it close?
Shoot, will it hold it? Probably maxing this baby out. Hoo-dee-hoo! Back her on in, ma'am. Back her on in. Here we go now. Here we go now. Back her on down. Keep on coming. Keep on coming. Here we go. That's good. Whoa! Stop. First time driver. Man, if only we had a car that tipped itself and just dumped it all out. Don't see that. Don't see that. Just kidding. Just kidding.
These ones are the heavy ones.
The heavy ones, I'll get them, baby. You watch out.
If you can, like, face the fragile signs out so people can see that.
The fragile signs.
Fragile. It's on this side. There you go. Now, see, I'm impressed. Wow. See, I'm impressed. Wow. See, I don't know if you can see that.
Well, we can tell them too. Well, that was a lot easier than at home.
Okay.
Getting pumped up.
Dusty.
So anytime you're doing these, guys, make sure you're keeping the machine cleaned off. Keeps your wheel motors cooler, your engine cooler. This helps everything, keep everything clean. Alright guys, so kind of found something that poses a potential problem. So as you guys know, we're going to be putting our shed somewhere in this vicinity, okay? So I'm getting all this cleaned up, getting stumps grinded out, getting the yard back into shape somewhat before we bring in the new shed here in about a month or month and a half. So I want to go ahead and show you this, but I kind of got a little bit of an issue. Alright, so this is typically where I just kind of put my loose junk and then I kind of dispose of it as the year goes on. I still got some logs back here from another job we did a year or two ago. But this big boy right here is the problem, okay? So if you look up in there, I discovered one of those branches came down at some point and it has completely, see if I can get it to focus, it has completely rotted inside of there. And it definitely looks like it's going down in there. So I'm assuming pretty good rot going on right in this area, which is probably about 18 feet off the ground. Now, that's a pretty darn good sized tree. I have the room to drop it in the backyard, but here's the kicker. Look at the gorgeous leaves. So, right here, see if I can focus in there. You see that white stake right there sticking out of the ground? That is my property marker, okay? So my property marker goes right at an angle across the backyard, right directly behind this tree and across, okay? So I'm going to check, but I believe because it's on my property, I'm allowed to take that tree down, okay? I don't think I even have to ask my neighbor, but I am going to go ahead and check. I wanted to ask you guys what you thought. Did you think I like that tree being there because it provides a ton of shade? It'll help keep the shed a little bit cooler. It shades the backyard really nice, and I just like trees in general. And taking that tree down is going to really open this backyard area up here. And I kind of like the woods. Honestly, I do. We still have one more here that's on our property, and it's a big one, and I think it would expand over there over time and fill that back in. But this is just a really pretty tree, but it's, you know, it's got a bad spot there, and I think that baby's going to really, it's going to come down one of these days or one of these years, and I would hate for it to be on my nice new shed. And if you can tell, it's got a little bit of a lean to it. It's leaning in, and yeah. So I know for a fact I could drop it and it wouldn't hit the house. But yeah, I just wanted to kind of share that with you guys and see what you thought. Do you think I should ask my neighbor or just say, hey, this is what I'm going to do, explain it to him and move on? Or do I just drop it and say, you know what, it was a hazard, you know, it's going to come down at some point anyways. And I'll tell you what, that's a big one. That's a real big one. So yeah, it'll be fun to drop that. I'll definitely get that on film for you guys. But yeah, it sucks because it's got that bad spot. I'd love to keep it there, but that thing right in there is just all kinds of bad. So just been looking at things today as it's rained all night and all day long. The yards are saturated, and just kind of trying to get my stuff in order here for when this thing comes. I don't want to be out here doing it when it's, you know, minus 20 degrees.